Knicks, Mikal Bridges agree to 4-year, $150 million extension. The New York Knicks have locked up key forward Mikal Bridges with a 4-year, $150 million contract extension. This deal, slightly below his maximum potential value, allows the Knicks to maintain salary cap flexibility as they continue to build their championship contending roster. The agreement includes a player option for the final year and a trade kicker, but importantly, it prevents Bridges from being traded for the next 6 months. Bridges' impressive postseason performance, including crucial plays in the Knicks' historic Eastern Conference Finals run, solidified his value to the team. His contributions, despite adjusting to a new role and initially struggling with heavier minutes, were pivotal to their success. This extension follows a similar agreement with Jalen Brunson, providing New York with significant cap maneuvering room to make further roster additions. This significant investment in Bridges represents a vote of confidence from the Knicks front office. The team clearly sees him as a cornerstone player moving forward, bolstering their already strong core and setting the stage for a serious title push. The extension follows a season that saw Bridges adapt to a different role, improving as the season progressed and ultimately playing a significant part in the team's playoff run.
In our next story, Apple Q3 earnings report, iPhone sales beat estimates, stock pops. Apple exceeded expectations in its third-quarter earnings report, posting record revenue of $94 billion, surpassing Wall Street's forecast of $89.3 billion. This success was driven by stronger-than-anticipated iPhone sales, a 13% year-over-year increase, and particularly strong performance in China, a key market for Apple. The company also beat earnings per share estimates. Despite facing challenges from tariffs, which impacted the quarter by $800 million, Apple saw an unexpected surge in U.S. consumer purchases of iPhones and Macs in April, possibly driven by tariff concerns. The company anticipates higher tariff costs in the upcoming quarter. CEO Tim Cook highlighted Apple's significant investment in artificial intelligence, emphasizing the company's progress on a more personalized Siri, expected to launch next year. He also indicated an openness to mergers and acquisitions to further bolster their AI initiatives. Apple's strong financial results and aggressive AI strategy suggest a continued focus on innovation and growth, even amid global economic uncertainties.
In our next story, Devil's Den murder suspect James Andrew McGann was North Texas elementary teacher. A former North Texas teacher, 28-year-old Andrew James McGann, has been arrested and charged with capital murder in Arkansas. He's accused of fatally stabbing Clinton and Kristen Brink, a couple hiking with their 2 young daughters at Devil's Den State Park. The children, ages 7 and 9, were unharmed and are now safe with family. Authorities say McGann confessed to the crime, but a motive remains undisclosed. McGann's arrest followed a 4-day investigation, fueled by tips stemming from a released composite sketch. Evidence found at his home and DNA at the crime scene linked him to the murders. He was apprehended at a barbershop in Springdale, Arkansas. McGann had recently resigned from a teaching position in Texas, where some parents had previously raised concerns about his teaching style and interactions with students, though no criminal charges were filed at that time. The Brinks daughters bravely alerted authorities after their mother sent them to safety. Clinton Brink was attacked first, prompting Kristen Brink to safeguard their children before returning to help her husband. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders expressed the state's commitment to justice in the face of this senseless tragedy. The remote location of Devil's Den State Park, characterized by rugged terrain and lack of cell service, added complexity to the investigation. McGann is being held at the Washington County Jail, facing 2 counts of capital murder. He is scheduled for arraignment on Friday. The incident has understandably caused significant distress within the community, particularly among those who knew McGann during his time as a teacher.
In our next story, new James Bond movie to be written by Stephen Knight, exclusive. Amazon MGM Studios has tapped Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight to write the script for the next James Bond film. This follows the studio's recent appointment of Denis Villeneuve as director. The decision comes after extensive searches for both director and writer, with numerous meetings held with potential candidates. The studio prioritized finding a writer before focusing on casting the next Bond. Knight's impressive resume includes numerous successful television series and films, showcasing his versatile writing skills and experience. His credits range from the BAFTA-winning Peaky Blinders to Oscar-nominated films like Eastern Promises and Spencer. He's also a novelist and has been recognized for his contributions to the entertainment industry with various awards and accolades. Villeneuve's involvement in Knight's appointment marks significant progress in the development of the next Bond film. However, the studio has indicated that casting the lead role will not happen immediately, allowing time for script development and the completion of Villeneuve's current project. The collaboration between Villeneuve and Knight promises a fresh and exciting direction for the James Bond franchise, building anticipation for the next chapter in the iconic spy's adventures.
In our next story, how Trump used America's leverage to get exactly what he wanted from his trade war. President Trump's recent tariff strategy, despite initial market turmoil and widespread criticism from economists, has yielded surprising results. Bilateral trade deals have been struck with major partners, pushing the average U.S. import tariff rate to a near-century high. Contrary to predictions, inflation hasn't soared and the U.S. economy remains resilient, leading the White House to declare victory. This success, according to administration officials, stems from leveraging the immense importance of the U.S. market to the global economy. Trump's willingness to impose tariffs and escalate them if necessary forced trading partners to negotiate seriously, rather than relying on mere threats of retaliation. This approach, while unorthodox, proved highly effective. Initially, many doubted Trump's commitment, believing retaliatory threats would force a change of course. However, the administration's unwavering stance, coupled with the president's direct involvement in negotiations, ultimately swayed trading partners. This resulted in agreements that included significant tariff levels while securing concessions on market access for U.S. producers and large-scale investments in U.S. goods. While some price increases are expected, the initial market volatility has subsided. The administration credits a confluence of factors, including strong consumer spending and a recently passed tax cut package, for mitigating negative consequences. Though challenges remain, particularly with China, the White House expresses optimism for a strong economic second half of the year.